What's up, Sunday Night Funnies? How are you? Okay, cool. Just so you guys know, all my self-worth is riding on this contest. Just so you know. I'm just kidding. Brandon, I don't have a disease, I just look like this. I look sickly, people tell me sometimes. I've sort of always looked sickly. I'm sort of a guy, I've sort of always looked like I've been microdosing poisonous berries my whole life. You know? Could be having diarrhea at any time. I have braces, I'm an adult man with braces. Not to have straight teeth, I just kind of like the way they look. I was like 5'7", anemic looking, let's add braces, dude. Let's make talking to women more awesome. It's not the worst thing in the world. I like orthodontists, like all the people who work there. There's one lady I met with who I don't like. She's this broad-shouldered Eastern European lady, which is fine, but when you get the Eastern European lady at your orthodontist, it does hurt more. Like a lot more. I feel like she puts all the pain and suffering of her country into tightening my fucking teeth. Just, yes, her teeth will look very good. I'm like, that hurts. She's like, it hurt when this will destroy my babushka. I don't know why she brings her life into my mouth. People ask when they're coming off, that's amazing. But when are the braces coming off? I'm 27, had it for 2 years. So I'm hoping to get them off by senior prom. That's and trying to work on my parents, I'm trying to go to the gym. If you see me at the gym, please help. I don't know what I'm doing over there. I tried to talk to a friend who's a personal trainer, but everything he said just made me mad. He's like, so what are your body goals? I was like, to not fucking look like this. What are you talking about? My goals are to not look like my body's made out of cocaine. So I'm gonna start with that. I try to work out at home because going to the gym, I'm just sick of being the guy at the gym who looks the most lost. That's all, I'm trying not to be that guy. Every time I walk into the gym, I turn into like a character in a video game, like it's some weird gym RPG, but I skip the tutorial. I'm just stuck in crouch mode, glitching through the squat rack. That's all I'm doing at the gym. So yeah, going to the gym more, sweat more. I switched up my deodorant, got one of these natural deodorants. You guys know about these? Natural deodorant? They're great, natural deodorant. They have no aluminum. They cost $40 a stick. You put it on 18 times a day and it doesn't work. Isn't that cool? All day long I'm putting on another layer of this bullshit. Like, surely this time something will happen. They say the aluminum in deodorant gives you Alzheimer's. Just give me the Alzheimer's, dude. I would rather smell good and forget everything than remember how stinky I was my whole life. That's not a good trade. Vegan, obviously. I'm mostly vegan. I'm vegan at home and vegetarian when I eat out so that my friends still talk to me and invite me to stuff. You get into dumb arguments when you're vegan. Like I was talking to one girl, she didn't agree with veganism because she said that forcing it onto the indigenous communities is colonialism. I just want you guys to know none of us are doing that. None of us are. We just want to end factory farming. We don't care if the Potawatomi go fishing. You can't force veganism on anyone. You really can't. Like, I can't convince my immediate family to try tofu because I think it'll make them trans, dude. What am I going to force veganism? Some vegans are too intense for me, though. Some vegans get crazy, really militant. There's a sect of veganism that I learned about where they're against circumcision in humans, right? It's non-consensual. Now, I don't get it. I'm not saying I'm right, but their arguments never make sense. Like they're like, one of the big ones that it reduces sensation, like sexually. Circumcision reduces sensation. I promise you, I have enough sensation. I don't need any more sensation. I don't know who's complaining about that. I wish sex felt better. What are you talking about? It's a weird thing that we do. It's weird that we do it to male babies without their permission. But it looks nice. I think that has to count for something. It looks pretty nice. But it's not consensual and it's mutilating. I'm still happy with mine. That's all I'm really trying to say. I'm happy. And I'm happy that I don't remember it. That's a good deal. But that's a good deal for men and women. It's good for everyone. Because if men remembered our circumcisions, we would bring it up all the time. Are you kidding? A woman could be telling you the worst thing that's ever happened to her, and we'd still be like, yeah, that reminds me of the time they cut a piece of my dick off, actually. But go on about your thing. Work must be tough. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I was uncircumcised, just so that instead of wearing a condom, I could just roll my dick up and tie it off like a bread bag. Just roll it up and spin it like when the loaf is half empty, dude. We call that the Aunt Millie. That's a stupid joke, I'd say. Thank you. Thank you. We got football coming back. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm like a casual fan. My roommates are really big into football. I watch it casually. The NFL does make me mad. They make me mad every year in October because they do cancer awareness, which is good. Like that doesn't make me mad. But the name of the cancer awareness program is like Crucial Catch, and the tagline for Crucial Catch is Intercept Cancer. And that just means someone else gets the cancer. I don't know. They're the NFL. They have to know what intercept means. I don't know. It just seems insensitive, doesn't it? Intercept cancer? What, are they going to start calling stage 4 the red zone? Do you all have cancer? Is that it? Intercept cancer. Go on, Grandma. I don't know. Whatever. All right, I lost you guys on the cancer stuff. That's cool. Getting into sports is weird because like my roommates watch it, so I incidentally watch it, and it's made me more straight and more gay at the same time. More straight, I learned more about the sports, but I accidentally say gay shit about it. Like I remember we were watching some sports like during the Olympics or something, and something happened, and my roommate was like shit talking the other team, the other country, or whatever, and I wanted to agree. But instead of being like same or hell yeah, I was like, yeah, bro, italicize that. Immediately the gayest thing I've ever said. Italicize? That's the gayest thing you can do to text. Like bold is straight, underline's a little fruity, italicize is gay. That's. You guys don't like fonts either, huh? Alright, yeah. Cool. You guys want to end silence? Or fuck. Alright, goodbye. Oh my gosh, hello, how's everybody doing today? Fantastic. Evidently we are just all the people who don't have property up north. That's what's going on? It's Labor Day weekend. I'm here because none of my friends invited me to the lake houses, so I'm right there with you guys. Who's drinking tonight? Okay, good. As you should. I like to drink. I'm a big drinker. I feel like I have a little bit of a problem with the drinking. It's not like getting out of hand yet, but I can feel it kind of creeping on me, you know? Like, I don't know that it's a great sign that when I'm going to the liquor store, I just tell my family, I'm running errands. That's what I say to them. And then I just sit in the parking lot until the shame goes away. That can't be good for me, guys. Somebody who also can fucking relate to that. Cool, that's sweet. Where's my drug people at? Anybody on hard drugs tonight? I'll find you. I can smell you. Doesn't matter. That's good that you guys aren't doing hard drugs, though. Happy that you're not. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news at all, but drugs are kind of getting scary. They're getting pretty out of hand, the drugs, all right? It's all laced. There's fentanyl and everything. You gotta be careful with drugs, all right? These days when people ask me if I do cocaine, I can't just be like, yeah, I do cocaine. When people ask me if I do cocaine, I have to say, I hope. I don't know what they're putting in it, but I do enough to worry about my health, so I gotta watch that one. Now, where's my stoners at? Where's the weed people at in the room? There you go. I found you. Are you guys familiar with the term California sober? Do you know what that means? Yes. If you don't know, California sober, that's when you're sober, you don't do drugs, you don't drink, but you'll still smoke weed. That's called California sober. Which is interesting. I feel like I'm more like Florida sober, you know what I mean? I don't drink or do drugs, but I'll still just do like, whatever pills you got on you. Whatever's in your pocket, you know. And I'll snort your Vagisil, I don't care. That's fine. It's fine.
Is this a weird way to stand, by the way, when you stand up? I never figured out how, I'm not like a performative guy, I don't know what the right way to stand on stage is. Is this okay for people? Is this better if I do it like that? No. Fuck all of you. This doesn't show authority. What if I put a little bit of spice on it? Is that better for everybody? Yeah, better? Cool. I used to do this thing when I first started comedy. It was absolutely true. I used to take the mic stand and I would tell jokes like this the entire time. I didn't know I was doing it. I had no idea. Somebody told me I got off stage one day, like, why are you jerking off the mic stand? The demons, my subconscious gets me up there, I can't help it. Does it help anybody in the room? Like, anyways. Dating's weird. No, that's fine. Talk to him. That was my closer, damn it. Shame on you. You get up here then, flip-flops? No, sit down now. Brian, this wasn't part of the deal, dude. I'm getting paid in cocaine, actually. What are we talking about? I'm in therapy. Got a couple of therapy folks in here, that's good. I like therapy. I went to therapy today, and I think I won. I like to treat therapy a little bit like a sport, you know what I mean? Got the therapist on offense trying to get me to open up about my emotions, my feelings. I'm playing defense, I'm not letting that slide. I'm gonna try to think of the worst things I can say to get that meeting over with. And by the end of it, one of us is usually crying, but, you know, he'll cross that bridge when we get there. I like to call myself the Michael Jordan of repressing my emotions. My friends call me that. No, my friends don't call me that. But they do say, my friends will ask me, like, why don't you take therapy seriously? You know, you're spending a bunch of money, you're trying to better yourself, you should take therapy seriously. And I have to remind them that it's court. I don't want to be there, she doesn't want to be there, the whole situation's messy. But I will say, court-ordered therapy is a pretty tame punishment for attempting to assassinate Donald Trump, so it's my bad, guys. I didn't do that, but a lot of people tell me that I look like the guy that tried to shoot Trump, which is not great for me, you know? But it's weird too. I'm like, how do I look both like the guy who tried to shoot Trump and the first guy to climb the fence on January 6th? I don't know how, but I'm pulling it off, guys, whatever. Any of you guys into politics, excited for the election coming up, anybody? Yeah. A couple of you? That's cool. I'm not a political guy, but I was raised as a Democrat. I was raised as a kid, I was a Democrat. And I'll say, I like being a Democrat, but I am jealous of Republican kids. I feel like the kids raised by Republicans have much better childhoods. You know, because what do Republican kids get when they're growing up? They get like tree forts and fucking motorcycles and cool shit like that, you know, they get to be Boy Scouts. Democrat kids, we can't leave the house, all right, we're all medicated. The whole thing. Republican kids, they get, you know, they learn how to like fix a truck, change a tire, they learn shit like that, you know. Democrat kids, we just learn our sexuality on chat roulette, that's the whole thing. Republican kids get a family dog, maybe like a golden retriever or something. Democrat kids are gay, I think. You guys didn't like that part of it. All I'm saying is if you want your kid to have a good childhood, vote for Donald Trump this election. Totally joking. That's stupid. All I'm saying, if you want your kid to have a good childhood, buy them like a fucking dirt bike or a paintball gun. Or you're going to end up as their next SoundCloud diss track, you know what I mean? Or worse, they're going to try to be a comedian. That's awful for everybody. That's not good. But for what it's worth, I did have a good childhood. I do feel like I had a good childhood. Loved scary movies as a kid. That was my big thing as a kid. You guys like scary movies in here? Kind of scary movie fans? I remember I used to always want to go to Blockbuster and rent scary movies. My mom wouldn't let me. She'd be like, they're too scary. You're going to be up all night, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can't have it. When I got older, I realized, like, that's the point of watching a scary movie, you know? I want to scare myself. I'm there for, like, the experience, right? It's like a roller coaster. I'm there for the thrill of it. I'm not watching Leprechaun 2 for the plot, all right? I'm trying to feel something, guys. Because I think there's this notion in society that, like, things like scary movies and violent video games, they're going to traumatize kids. They're going to grow up with, like, psychological damage and, like, boiled toads or something like that. But that's just not the case, you know? There's enough evidence out there to show that that's not how that works. It's not going to be the scary movies and the violent video games that fuck up your kids, alright? If you're a parent, you might know, what's going to fuck up your kid is basically something that you can't prevent and you can't predict, right? Just some random occurrence that's going to stick with them throughout their whole life. I'll give you an example. When I was a little boy, my grandma used to run her wrinkly fingers up and down my back like that, and now I can't come without the theme song to the Golden Girls, so... Now you guys know that about me. I thought it was sharing time. I'm dating, you know? I'm dating around. It's fun to date. I like going on dates. It's exciting. I like to go on dinner dates. That's kind of my favorite thing. I would go to dinner dates. I went on a dinner date the other day with this lady, and at the end of the meal, she licked her plate clean. What the fuck? What do you do? You don't do that. That's disgusting. That's so gross. You know where those plates have been, young lady? She saw my reaction too of how I, like, you know, that whole thing. She's like, oh, don't tell anybody. I'm embarrassed that I did that. Don't say anything. I was like, man, I'm safe certified. I'm telling everybody, all right? I'm in the back of the restaurant talking to the busboy, like, really want to fucking scrub this one, this bro. Get it out of there. Also, it was an Applebee's. I don't know that that's the place to do that. That's Chili's behavior. All right, folks? That's Chili's behavior. Let's see, what you guys like Buffalo Wild Wings? Fans of Buffalo Wild Wings? Stuff you guys? That's interesting. I feel like Buffalo Wild Wings is just... what? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's nasty? I feel like Buffalo Wild Wings is just TGI Fridays for dudes who hit their girlfriends. And I feel like you hit your girlfriend. Alright. Yes. I've been hot too. Thanks, guys.
I'm a teacher. Actually, kids have come back to school, but I haven't because June 14th was my last day of teaching. Sober. I started my career teaching kindergarten, which is insane. Kindergarten's insane. They were all over me. They poop, they pee, they cry all at the same time. You can't get them to walk in a straight line. They tell crazy ass stories over and over again, you know? You know what it felt like? It felt like I was running an AA meeting with an open bar. I even sound like a bouncer when I talk to them. I say things like, get off of her. Get that out of your mouth. You don't have to go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I have had conversations with drunk friends that sound exactly like conversations I've had with kindergarten students. I say, dude, what happened? Are you all right? And they say, uh-oh, I think I shit my pants. Does anybody have any preschool age kids? Preschool age kids? Oh, yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Stop sending them to school smelling like weed. There's always at least one kid who comes to school smelling overwhelmingly like weed. I have a name for that kid. Lucky. These kids are coming to school, their backpacks smell like weed, their clothes smell like weed. I don't know what's happening in the drop-off line, some hot box situation. But that weed smell fills up the classroom. And then it walks out into the hallway of the school and kind of just stays there in this like weed haze. So I started using it as a point of reference in the school. So if you're new to the school and you're trying to find preschool, I say take this hallway, turn left. When you get to the smell of purple kush, you've made it, you're there. You have to know that as a teacher, I don't want you to send your kid to school smelling like weed, I don't. It's just another reminder of something wonderful I can no longer afford. Weed gives me weed envy. If you send your kid to school with an apple for me, I'm going to carve it into a bomb. That's what's happening. I was teaching geometry to a bunch of little kids, geometry. And what that looks like is I say, kids, look around the classroom and try and find different shapes. Like maybe the clock looks like a circle or something looks like a square. And this kid, Joey, said to me, I found a rectangle. And I'm like, great, Joey, where did you find it? And he said, your butt. Your butt looks like a rectangle. And that was a low point for me. My worst fears were confirmed. Obviously, I'm a horrible geometry teacher. Or my ass actually looks like a rectangle. Or both, I don't know. I have to deal with parents too a lot of the times. I had a parent accuse me of eating all the snacks in the classroom that were meant for the kids. And I was really offended by that. They were delicious. I ate them. It had been a long time since I had a Costco-sized box of goldfish, but in my defense, there's a weed haze at my school. I told you about that. I need substitute teachers too. You know, we really need them badly. I'd take any one of you. I don't care what you've done, who you know, where you've been. Just come to my classroom and watch those kids for like 5 minutes so I can go outside and vape. That would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie, being a substitute teacher is a difficult job, you know. Once you're in front of those kids for a full day, it is like being in prison for the first time. You can't leave, and by the end of the day, you will be someone's bitch. You know, one of the reasons I like doing stand-up is I can talk to all of you kind of like without a filter, you know? I don't have to watch what I say. But when I'm in front of those kids, I have to be very careful what I say. When I'm teaching, I just can't say what I want to say, what comes to the off the top of my head, you know? But if I could, you know, can you imagine what I might say? Like, maybe your ass looks like a rectangle, Joey. Did you ever think of that? I would never say that to a child. But things happen throughout the day, things I think of, you know, things occur to me. Like, I'd like to say, you know, shut the fuck up. Sit your ass down. Is your dad dating anyone? No, he's still married to your mom. That's cool. Surprising, but cool. All right. Yeah. How about Grandpa? What's his story? Well, it is election season, and 4 years ago I ran for an election in my community. I ran for Orion Township trustee. Thanks. Yeah, I lost, whatever. It was cool. But anyway, I took it very seriously. I had a campaign website, and I had a campaign Instagram account, and somewhere in there, someone messaged me a dick pic. I think it was Instagram. A dick pic. That's when a man sends you a picture of their dick, in case you didn't know. And I had never received a dick pic before, so when I looked at it, I thought someone was flipping me off. But then, when I realized what it was, all I could think about was, does this mean this guy's gonna vote for me? I don't know about you, but I need words to go with the picture. I need like a caption, you know? So if I had gotten that picture with a caption that says, take this, you liberal communist whore, then it would get it. I'm not a communist. I am kind of whore. So. All right, so I'm a whore with 2 sons. I have 2 sons. They're grown. They're young adults. And as they get older, and as I get older, I start to think about, you know, I'm not going to be here forever for them. No one gets out of here alive. We're all going to die someday. And I know that before I check out of this world for good, I need at least a 10 to 15 minute heads up. I need that time to clear out what's in my nightstand drawer. Because I know that when my 2 sons find what's in that nightstand drawer, that's only going to add to their trauma. The trauma of losing their mom. That's where I keep my Glock. And please don't judge me for having a gun. I need that kind of protection. I own a very expensive collection of dildos. Yes, well, my name is Eileen. I'm the lady comic tonight. Thank you very much. I've been great.
It actually made my hands hurt. That's what sucks. When I was a kid, my parents, they didn't buy us Legos and stuff. They were like, why do you need toys when there's manual work to do outside? So I would just do that all the time. And now that I'm in my 30s, I love doing Lego. It's an obsession of mine. But it sucks because I'm at that age too where it hurts to bend over a table for hours on end. My back hurts and my fingers hurt. And it's and my girlfriend's like, pay attention to me. And I'm like, no, I'm building a museum out of Lego. I love Lego so much. Last year I went to a Lego Expo in town at the Boss, and I took a Heroes Dose of Edibles. So I was walking on sunshine, just seeing everything, and I was talking. I get really talkative too when I'm that high. And I walk up to a guy and I'm like, "Tell me about your Legos," because he's got this huge building, like this huge, like tons of different buildings from all around the world that he like built in this giant city. And I'm like, "What is that? What do you got going on there?" And he's like, "Oh man, this is like, I'm glad you asked. This is my late wife and I. We would build a set of a building everywhere we would travel, and then when she passed away, I just kept building stuff in her honor of the places we would want to go." And I'm getting emotional when he's telling me this. Like, I'm about to cry. And then he asked me, he's like, "Why do you do Lego?" And I'm like, "Fuck, how do I beat dead wife?" So I thought long and hard, and I was like, actually, my late girlfriend, she bought me a Lego set, and on the night that I built it, I finished it, and a bunch of these fucking Russian teenagers broke into my house, and they destroyed it. They beat me up. They broke that Lego set, and they stole my car. And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "I know, it's wilder." Actually, so the next day, I found my car. Like, thankfully, they didn't dent it too bad. And then I figured out who stole my car and built and destroyed the Lego set. And I hunted them down. I killed them and their families. Burned down every business they were associated with. And he's like, "No shit, that's insane." I'm like, "I know." And he's like, "How come I haven't heard of this?" And I was like, "You will. Just Google John Brick." That's a dumb way to go for some stupid pun. You guys can tell I got fucked up teeth. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I've had them since I was born. Were you born with it? No? How'd that happen? Like, no, got really into meth. Horse kick? What happened? Oh, fuck. Damn. All right. Well, I've been, shit. When I was a kid, my parents, they asked me though, they're like, "You could get braces or a dirt bike." Yeah, so I was like, "I'll take a Yamaha and an overbike stat." So that's where I'm at. But do you do shit for it? Like, can you treat it, or you're just like, it's just nerve damage and it was in the teeth before. Okay, so your baby teeth were fucked, and then your adult teeth were traumatized from the youth teeth. And then you're like, "We're just gonna keep doing it." Sure. All right. Is it painful? That's good. Used to be? Yeah. It's a good thing you don't get blowjobs, because I bet that'd be painful for the guy. I've only given 5, and they said I had to use more gums. But no, that's cool. At least you have a good head of hair. I don't. I recently buzzed my head because I came to the terms that I am balding, and I found out in the worst way. My buddy, he owns a barber shop in Grand Rapids, and he hit me up one morning. He goes, "Hey Carl, can you come today for a haircut? It'll be completely free, but it's for a photo shoot." And I was like, "Hey, I can't make it. I'm really busy." A little bit later on today, I saw a post of his on Facebook. He goes, "Looking for a male with a receding hairline for a photo shoot." And I was like, "Oh, he can't mean me. Not at all." Then I looked in the comment section, my girlfriend tagged me in it. I was like, "Oh, fuck. Need a new barber and new girlfriend." It was a rough fucking morning. It sucks. I buzzed my head like 2 weeks ago on a Monday, and Sunday night, when my girlfriend and we were laying in bed, I was like, "Hey, just so you know, it's the last time you're gonna sleep next to a guy with a full head of hair." And she was like, "I haven't done that for months."